friends, my name's Joss and welcome back to Squibbles Reads. Today I'm going to be doing the A to Z Bookish Survey, which I was tagged in by my good friend Kate over at Girl Reading, so let's get started. In the A to Z Bookish Survey, there are 26 total questions, one for each letter from A through Z. The first question is, A, the author that you've read the most books from. And the author that I've read the most books from is Bonnie Bryant. She wrote both the Saddle Club series and the Pine Hollow series. When I was a kid and through junior high and high school, I read through every single one of those books. B is for the best sequel ever, and I think a really good sequel is Something Blue by Emily Giffin. C is for currently reading, and I'm currently reading The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. D is for drink of choice while reading, and I usually drink tea. E is for e-reader or physical book. I usually read on my e-reader because we live in a really small apartment. There's not like a ton of room for a million bookshelves, so I mostly download books onto my iPad. However, when I read things like graphic novels, I definitely prefer a physical book. F is for fictional character that you have actually dated in high school. I would like to say that I would have dated someone like Nick in Fangirl, except for that one thing that he did. But I really ended up dating people who were more like Crabbe and Goyle. G is for glad you gave this book a chance, and I am glad that I gave Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore a chance. H is for hidden gem book. I'm not sure if this book is actually hidden gem, but I don't see it that talked about on BookTube, and it is Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma. I kind of see why, because it is about a really touchy topic, but I really enjoyed it because I like books that are unafraid to go there. I is an important moment in your reading life. A really important moment in my reading life was, as I talked about in a previous video, I went to a used bookstore called Trident Books in Boston when I was interviewing for grad school, and it really just made me fall in love with reading again. J is for just finished. I just finished Illuminae. Shit, it was good. K is for the kinds of books you won't read. There's not really a particular genre that I won't read, but I do tend to put books down where I've read through like 60-70% of the book and there's no character growth, or when the author starts out the book painting this character in a very naive, weak human being kind of light with no sense of agency, and this character doesn't grow throughout the book. I will put those books down. L is the longest book I've ever read, and it is probably Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. M is a major book hangover because of I had a huge book hangover when I read All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. I was like walking around like a zombie for like 4 or 5 hours afterwards, and I would like cry intermittently and randomly and spontaneously. N is the number of bookcases that I own, and I own one big 1.5, kind of. However, when we move into our forever home, that answer will probably be like 78 bookcases. O is the one book that you've read multiple times, and I've read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen multiple times. I've also watched the movie with Keira Knightley and the BBC version of Pride and Prejudice, in which Mr. Collins was so creepy, but I loved it so much. P is the preferred place to read, and I prefer to read either in bed or when I'm like riding the subway or the bus. Q is a quote that inspires you or that gives you all the feels. The quote that I picked is from Hate List by Jennifer Brown, and it goes like this. I like that hot air balloon. I pointed to the ceiling where an antique-looking wooden hot air balloon hung. Yeah, I like it too, partly because it's cool looking, but also partly because of the irony. It weighs a ton. In this office, anything can fly, no matter what is weighing it down, even wooden balloons. And that refers to Valerie when she is visiting her counselor, Mr. Healer, and I loved the relationship between her and her counselor. I've talked about this in like all my videos, but that is definitely my favorite quote. R is for reading regret, and my biggest reading regret is probably that I didn't read the Lunar Chronicles. S is for a series that you have started and need to finish, and I really need to finish the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. T is for 3 of your all-time favorite books. 3 of my all-time favorite books are Firefly Lane by Kristin Hannah, Love the One You're With by Emily Giffin, and Matilda by Roald Dahl. U is Unapologetic Fangirl 4, and I'm not sure if this refers to like an author or person or character or whatever, but I am a huge fangirl for Dexter Thaler in the Something series by Emily Giffin, and they picked Colin Egglesfield to play him in the movie, and he is just stupidly handsome. V is for very excited for this release more than all the others, and for this one I picked Hidden Bodies by Caroline Kepnes. W is for worst bookish habit, and my worst bookish habit is just leaving books everywhere. There are books everywhere. There are books like on my nightstand, there are books on my bed, there are books on my desk, there are books on the dining table, there's books everywhere. X is for X marks the spot. Start at the top left of your shelf and pick the 27th book. My shelf is like a huge disaster, plus there are like school books and like planners and stuff, and it's all the way over there. And I'm over here, and I'm a sloth. Y is for your latest book purchase, and I just purchased Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, also purchased Lips Touched 3 Times by Laini Taylor. Z is for a Z Snatcher book, a book that kept you up way too late, and for this it's definitely Illuminae. I've lost a lot of sleep and definitely considered skipping class to finish it. So that is the end of this tag. I'm gonna go ahead and tag Hannah, Charlie, Franny, and Ashley. If you heard your name, you are tagged in this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or anything else, please leave me a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!